the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole. Welcome to today's edition of the Pitstop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. I was prodded into doing my intro that way today. So here we are on a beautiful Monday morning after a fantastic weekend. I'm in a great mood. Great way to kick off the week for me. I hope you guys are in great mood, or at least that you have had a good weekend. Anyway, what did I do this weekend? I did so much racing this weekend. Racing for me, and we'll talk about results later. Friday night, we had our Oval Series, which was really fun. Saturday, I had a 24-hour meltdown because my 3D printer had died, and I had acquired a new steel tip for it, upgrade, and a new Capricorn Bowden tube, and a new extruder feeder, and in putting it all together, my machine just did some whack weirdness. And, you know, I love that machine so much. It's like my favorite toy I have, and for it to be dead breaks my heart. And then for me to spend money to upgrade and make it better because it broke, and then to have it not work makes me even more upset. These are the moments, like, I do have my moments, and one of my moments is right there, and something I care a lot about not working. You know, I love the Ender 5. I have an Ender 5 Plus. I love it, but there is like zero documentation there of 3D printing world. There's very few videos. When you look up parts, almost nothing specifically says Ender 5 Plus. It's like Ender 3 and Ender 5, but then you're like, maybe. Hey, Marco, welcome from Italy. Yeah, I don't know, Cranky. So I think the CRS 10 can do 350 millimeter, right? It was a volume. And then my brain really liked the box design. That just made sense to me. Like, I used to sell boxes. I know the strength of a square cube shape. Versus the CRS, or CR10, which is a awesome machine. But I was just like, no, I want the Lego blocks? No, I won't print anything that I can buy easily. Hey, Sean Rock. Now, if I had a specific Lego design I wanted to build myself, maybe I would consider it. This was my test print coming off. It came out mostly good. There's a few problems still. My hanging chads, I call them. My little hanger pieces on the bottom on lips was not improved over the previous head, which was a little bit of a surprise to me. It missed a few things. Yeah, it right now, the improvements have paid off zero, other than it's working again, which is awesome. Lego blocks, motor drivers. See, Theodore, I'm so new to it, I don't even know what you're officially talking about there. Any luck with that link, guys? I had put you guys on a quest. Any luck with that link? If not, I'm going to directly ask for it. So, Cranky, what are you doing with all of those printers is question one. And question two, they look like Lego blocks on the PCB. No, so I'm going to replace the entire PCB, Theodore, with the silent board that Creality makes. It's been out of stock forever. So as soon as it's available, I'm gonna. What makes it silent. So what I'm looking for is, I've decided that I need my big printer for certain things, but what I really need is a small printer to be able to do my trophies faster and better detail. I don't know if that would be achieved. I don't know if that's something the smaller ones do. I love that thing though, and knowing now that I do print a lot of things that are in this shape, this is the shape that I need most, because I have my other one for doing big stuff. Anyway, so we got, hey Dave Cameron, how you doing? So we got the 3D printer up and running, and the reason I was giving you the long story is I had a 24-hour meltdown, and it's like you hear me, and my friends who are with me on chat got to hear it. But I literally become a little child. I become a baby. I become a whining little bitch baby when things don't go my way on things like that. So as my machine's not working and I'm spending money and putting time in and burning my fingers and it's not working for what seems like common sense issues and I can't find the information, I'm almost in tears. And anyway, I of course, in telling you the story, I have to thank everybody who listened to chat and didn't call me out for being a bitch, because they could have and it would have been right. And I also want to thank Jesse Conroy, who stood there, just kind of stood by me, just making sure it worked. And, in the end, it just kind of fixed itself, which is really weird. But, Jesse just patiently let me have my tantrums, and then at middle of the night, it came to life and worked. So, hey, Kelly Bronstater, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. So thank you very much for that. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm 3D printing mine, and I am putting it on my Accuforce. You just need a kick-ass video card, Alan, and 3 monitors. That's the bottom line. You need a really good video card to run triples. And we can argue, and this is an argument we can have with people. A lot of people are yelling at me for still being on 1080, and I should be going to 1440. Last night, we were racing the trucks and the Rallycross at Lime Rock, and it was pretty crowded with a lot of crazy carnage going on. And I have a very fast i7. I have a very good computer with a water-cooled 2080 Ti video card, and I was down to 80, 90 frames at one point that I saw. Now, normally I run much, much higher than that. I have everything turned on for the most part. Not everything, but almost everything turned on. And it's, I'm at triple screen 1080. I am really pushing the boundaries of what I would say is acceptable. So you need a video card more than anything. It is the backbone. If you want to run triples, you need to have a kick ass. Memories created. Please tell me why. Please tell me why. So it's funny you say that. Me being the way I am, having a tantrum when my machine wasn't working for what felt like and seemed like common sense reasons, I actually was looking at, and I almost pulled the trigger on the Prusa. In the end, it was because I hear they come with great documentation, and that was one of my crybaby complaints, is that there's 0 documentation for mine. And I was like, well, if I had documentation, at least I'd have things to read. So, all right. And then Sunday, we had our GT1 race in the morning, which was a challenge for me. I called it the GT1 challenge. That race was a real challenge for me at Interlagos. Another one. No, Joey, you must have seen the one that I put up this morning. With that I was opening the doors. I was opening the floodgates, so I will not hate you. I gotta go look right now. What Joa is... I just saw a different one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate you, Joa. Oh my god. So, this isn't a news show anymore, you guys. I've been saying it. I'm not even worried about getting to the news. I'm not even worried about doing our thing. All right. So one of the things going on right now is the Simpit. What are we even calling this thing? Here we go. All right. So I don't even know how this began. Someone said I look like somebody. Oh, I almost swore. This is all Gamer Muscle's fault. This whole thing is Gamer Muscle's fault, just to go, Skynet is real? Alright. Anybody who has real 3D printing advice for me, I would love to have your advice. Please email me, Shaun, SHAUN, Simpit.com, because I really am serious about it. I'm just getting into 3D printing. I'm loving it. So, Gamer Muscle was on the show last week at some point, and he brought up a video of, oh, I cannot remember. I can't even, sorry, I'm looking at Joe's post again. He's killing me over here. What was I talking about? Gamer Muscle said I looked like some weird Amish looking family. I can't remember what it was. And it was funny, and we looked at the video. It was a train wreck derail moment for the show that was a lot of fun. So we started the Who Does Shaun Look Like contest. Win a free Simpit shirt, mouse pad, and sticker. Oh, I wrote mouse. It's supposed to say mouse pad. Anyway, so I got a couple submissions, but I really was serious about the contest. And I did get a couple submissions. But just to open up the floodgates, I decided I would kick things off with my own beginning of the contest. So, all I'm asking you to do is pick anybody, any person, movie character, anything that people would know. I agree, Cranky. Thank you. I think this is closer. Anyway, this is the official Who Does Shaun Look Like contest. You send me a side-by-side picture of me and anybody or anything that I look like, and it's going to be entered into a contest. I'm accepting entries until the end of the month, and then May 1st, I'll put them up to the vote so everyone can vote on all the choices. And the winner is going to get a free Simpit t-shirt, mouse pad, and stickers. You got to send it, so take the side-by-side, Cranky, and send it in. And the reason I'm saying this is because Joa Antonio, artist extraordinaire, just sent in his his entry. Now, he had to do some work on the hair, obviously, but that is what Joa Antonio just sent in. So, I will mention again at the end of the show, but we have officially kicked off the contest. I have about 8 submissions. 8 submissions at this point. So, I'd love to see who you think I look like. Of next to you, anybody, but it's gonna be up to the votes. Hey Brendan, how you doing? It is gonna be up to the votes, so it's got to be a side-to-side picture, and all you have to do is send it to me, Shaun, SHAUN at thesimpit.com, Shaun at thesimpit.com, and you will be entered into the contest. Again, winner's gonna get Simpit t-shirt, mouse pad, and stickers sent to them. All right, whoa. Perfect moment to switch and get on with the news. GT1 race, we had that, and then we had the Sunday's Bleep show with Devin Booth craziness, which was a lot of fun last night, which I'll talk about when we get to that portion of the show. All right. On with the news. Back to back. Simon Pagenaud goes to back in the IndyCar iRacing Challenge with a Motegi win. Congratulations to him. I think we have a video in a moment here also. Mitchell de Jong goes back to back in Subaru IRX All-Star Invitational presented by Yokohama. So we have a series of back to back winners. Dea Musante! Good morning to you. Hello. So back to back. There you go. Check this out also. Here's Pagenaud. We have volume on this? Hey, Gasper. How you doing? Gasper Medved. That name sounds very familiar. Tom. All right, Simon Pagino. That's cool. How many times I play it? A couple cool videos. Here's another one. Robert Wickens. What's he talking about?
I had to do a 5-second damage repair, and unfortunately we finished fifth, 5.8 seconds off the lead. So we had a great day. Air McLaren SP strategy was very, very good. I think without that damage repair, we could have been fighting for a podium in that one. But I'll take a top 5. I had some great fights. Congrats to Simon. We had a really good battle early on, and then at the end there with Marcus and Jack Harvey, it was good fun. Yeah, you can't thank Air McLaren SP enough for the strategy today. They really they made something out of nothing. So thank you. Enjoy the sun.
All right, check this out too. This is just a cool shot. That is what a modern streaming situation looks like. This is the modern era of esport broadcasting at home, essentially. I thought that was pretty impressive. Yes, impressive indeed. All right, a couple other cool things. Saturday Night Thunder, Richmond. You've got some of the racing action going on. Kevin Siggy, he is a god of sim racing.
And now down into turn number 1, he is clear. New race leader at lap 113, Josh Berry.
All right. What else? Ty Majeski posting. We already Josh Berry puts on a show in dominating fashion, taking the Saturday Night Thunder victory at virtual Richmond Raceway. There's a shot of Josh Berry. Pro Invitational. They had a bunch on here. We got more. What else? This is Bobby Labonte. Wow, looking forward to racing today. All right, whatever. You got some of the broadcasts going on Fox. I didn't watch it, but I got my text lit up from all my friends saying, it's on, it's on.
I missed qualifying there, fellas. Oh, no. The bathroom's a long ways away here at the studio. It is what it is.
It does look like NASA. Dubstep. Hey, Scuderia Bassani, how you doing? What did I miss? What did Brendan do yesterday? Brendan, what did you do yesterday? Was yesterday... I don't know. Caution, trouble. Pace car's already out. Whatever. View from pit road. Lots of posts by NASCAR. Matt D. I can never say his name. Benedetto. Okay, final. We're closed for today's virtual race. I heard he got kicked out. Didn't he get kicked out or something? I don't know. I might have more on that. Hold on. William Byron wins the Pro Invitational Series.
And the 22-year-old from Charlotte gets his second iRacing Pro Invitational win.
And you don't think it means something to these guys? Look at that.
How did I miss that one? Congratulations, Brendan. That's awesome.
I think that meant
Hell yeah, Brendan.
Because of Timmy Hill being in second place and what history they've had.
What else? Kozlowski. They say practice makes perfect.
Mustang on iRacing. Thanks for watching, guys. We're really close to getting up in the top 3 and competing for wins. So proud of our effort today. Hope you guys had fun watching. Really excited about the progress from this week. Fun times trying to line struck parts. Mustang on iRacing. Thanks for watching, guys. We're really close to getting up in the top 3 and competing for wins. So proud of our effort today. Hope you guys had fun watching. Really excited about the
Okay, now this I didn't quite understand. So this was posted by NASCAR on NBC. 2 weekends ago, Bubba Wallace was one of the first drivers off the track. This week, he was the last one as he does his Polish victory lap for the virtual fans at Richmond Raceway in the Pro Invitational Series.
Oh, man. No, Richmond added back these bleachers.
I just like the crowds you guys are pulling in, man. These bleachers are full.
I'm almost out of coffee.
Favorites, you know? Not even a Saturday night.
You know what's cool is
Did I miss
they're
Heiko
all
coming in?
I
Heiko!
know. We still got 972 people in here. I love it.
All right, and then here's the iRacing broadcast calendar, which is now over. All right, Assetto Corsa, listen up. We're live today. This is actually yesterday for their SRO Motorsport for some Assetto Competizione racing. Tune in below. The race actually posted at GT World on YouTube. So if you want to go check out the GT Rivals Esport Round 2 at Misano.
So the beauty of it is, though, with the balanced performance system, you should have a relatively even playing field in terms of...
I do need a coffee. Then I'm going to need to go to the bathroom that much sooner.
Pace, but the cars make that pace in different ways.
You want to cheat? I'm not going to cheat. You guys can go watch it. I know a lot of you guys are sitting at home with nothing to do. Here's a race. If you didn't see it over the weekend, you can go watch it, put it on in the background. Speaking of which, same thing. The race also went on, not the start Peter Solberg was looking for in the Legends Trophy reverse grid race, the All-Star. Ouch! Green means go.
Before it even begins for Peter Solberg, there's more cars revving the engine quite so much, and he's missed the start as well. So Peter Solberg...
Yeah, Cranky, that's a good question.
From pole position, oh, he's wiped out.
All right, and then what a race. Juan Montoya over Dario Franchitti, Emmanuel Pirro in third. All right, then what else? Tonight, this is 1 hour ago. What's shaking PS4, dead man? I am. All right. Tonight, R Factor. Tonight is their GT Challenge. Drivers heading to Imola for round 4. Every point counts, as after this race, splits will once again get rearranged based on standings. Follow the action starting at 8 p.m. CEST on Twitch TV at R Factor Live. So that's coming up. That is coming up at 8 p.m. CEST. Dirt. Oh, so here we have a cool video.
And there's still a train behind Adelson.
Half a lap to go.
Killian's
Adelson
taking
now
Matias.
lead in the final. Adelson is in the lead. Matias and Delormo side by side. He's got 0.8 to the second as he comes through the long left-hander. There is contact behind Delormo, looking to move up into P2. Can he hold on the inside? Delormo, has he got it done? I think he has. Delormo's moved up, but Matias Adelson is going to win the first ever World RX Esport Invitational. And look what it means to him. He beats the world's best sim racer. Killian Delormo, the world champion in Dirt Rally 2.0, gets second. Lucas Matias third. Abring is fourth. And Timmy Hansen down in fifth place. What a fantastic way to round...
You know, I could watch this a lot. I love seeing people emotional about winning. And this is sim race. This is sim race.
Can he hold on the inside? Delormo, has he got it done? I think he has. Delormo's moved up, but Matias Adelson is going to win the first ever World RX Esport Invitational. And look what it means to him. He beats the world's best sim racer. Killian Delormo, the world champion in Dirt Rally 2.0, gets second.
All right, there you go. Here's another video. This is Solberg, Peter Solberg. Oop.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is very hard, but been really good fun. And just got finished now, and the time now is almost 11. So, but a happy finish. Improve my speed all the time. So I think the next competition in Sweden will be much faster. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. And I got so far 138.
Curved.
And then I can tell you many if not could have happened, I would have been much higher, but I will not tell you anything. See you guys.
Retweeted the same thing. Yep. I think that's all we had out of that. Yep, that's all I have to say about that. Another back-to-back Formula 1 game. He makes it 2 for 2. Here's the moment Charles Leclerc won the Chinese virtual GP. Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. Okay, now was this the one? There was one that made me. Oh yeah, here's the winning move. Was this the one? Yeah. Watch this. Watch this shenanigans. See, that right there is a problem for me. Anyone else? And I have no problem with Leclerc winning the race. That's not the issue. I can't believe this is what they're using to show the world. Like, oh, hey, let's make sim racing look as friggin' 1980s gaming as we possibly can. Bump, 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 push, push, push. All the wings are fine. All the tires are fine. Oh, come on. Just doored him in a Formula car with no consequences. Here's Brendan. Brendan going on Twitch for some Formula 1 game online lobbies in 30 minutes. Brendan Lay. Hey, we can find Brendan's Twitch channel right here. Brendan, you broke the internet. There we go.
I think we're quite lucky because we can do it remotely. There's a lot of people following again. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, big player. Huh? Oh, I see. Thank you. But yeah, thank you for everyone wishing.
All right, there we go. Check him out on Brendan Lay 72 on Twitch. Two-time F1 champion of the world. This is the Rallycross WRC, the official game. Their FIA Junior WRC driver, Cat iRally, takes on the first stage of this week's Esport round at El Condor.
I'm going to be taking you through a course preview of a couple of stages in Rally Argentina. I'm going to be taking you through El Condor.
She is easy on the eyes, huh?
Tricky surface here, it's quite compact with big rocks. It's tough, you have to have your attention on this the whole way. There's not really any way you can relax before this stage. Okay, so here you can see that we're actually changing onto the gravel, so you really have to change your driving style a bit for that. As you can see, I'm quite adjusted to that. The pace is picking up a bit here. Finish now, pretty fast.
I can see that, Mesa. Oh, look out, Danica. This girl's hot. Sorry, that was terrible. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. This being locked up is, yeah, I am too old for her. I could be her grandfather. Anyway, that's going to be cool entertainment, though, moving forward. A fix to the fix to the fix. A patch to the patch to the patch. Just fixed in 0.0832. Anyway, Tommen saying, guys, it feels like FFB force feedback is broken on a T300. Anyway, apparently there's something that addressed force feedback changes. This is kind of cool. Leo Bodnar had a post, and Leo Bodnar hasn't posted much in the world of sim racing lately, but they do a lot of different kinds of electronics well beyond it. Anyway, I saw this post. It kind of made me think, wow, I haven't heard much from a lot of the hardware companies. Most of the hardware companies are overwhelmed with orders and not saying much to the public in terms of what's going on. Anyway, I just like this. This is a post by Leo Bodnar saying, if you work for the UK NHS, which is their healthcare system, I believe, and still need a few N95 masks, email him. He was able to buy some through their supplier, which is an electronic supplier. They're not from the normal NHS supply, and he is sending them freely to anybody who needs them in the UK, in the NHS world. So I thought that was kind of cool. Leo Bodnar doing the right thing, just getting out there kind of helping. So good for them. Congrats. You get my good for you applaud. Patrick goes by Fallen Gamer. Is in our chat often. He contacted me about some videos he was posting, and I said, hey, I'll let people know. It might be a good help for him. Anyway, here's one of his videos. His channel on YouTube is Fallen Gambler. Sorry, not Gamer, Gambler. And here's an easy way to create your own setup in Dirt Rally 2 with these ground settings for every location. There's one example. And you can check that out again at Fallen Gambler if you're looking for some Dirt Rally 2 setup tips. Not knowing what to do. There you go. Clever editing. Well done. I'll give you another example of his work. Oh, that's not his work. Hold on. Where'd we go? Where'd we go? Oh, I've lost myself. There it is. Here we go. Here's one more specific. Rally Scotland Universal Ground Settings for all cars. Man, Fallen Gambler, why don't you come do some editing for me? You have good editing skills. Anyway, if you check him out at Fallen Gambler. What else? Fuel VR with a vlog.
We're extremely excited to see pedal video reviews by our backers and community enthusiasts. We are really grateful for them because
remember these guys?
us to make our products even better. And 3 drawbacks were mentioned there, and I would like to go through each one of them. Flex of the pedal base. When we collected feedback before, this wasn't mentioned as an issue and it doesn't affect the characteristics of the product as well as the ride quality. Many manufacturers make a pedal base that costs an additional up to $100.
Can I go pee and fill my coffee and let this play for 2 minutes?
Nevertheless, we decided to add a new part to reduce the flex of the base. It will be installed by default with newly produced pedals and can also be ordered soon as an accessory in our online store. There were complaints about sharp edges in footpads, and despite they were located on the back of the footpad and didn't really affect the operation, we still decided to
Scott.
they are, and we will produce the new pedals with completely
Here.
regarding Turbo's quick in Paris video, we have tried to reproduce the issue, but we weren't able to, and we stay in touch with owner of the pedal sets as Byron was reviewing, and
I'm just gonna let you guys say it. I bring it, I open the discussion, you know, proper talk show format. I bring up the topic, and I open it up for you guys to discuss.
We had some components and electronics supply delays, but in general, progress assembly the final build version is okay.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
Samples for review as planned. We would like to inform you that we are live
TFR.
which will be possible to purchase the accessories that were discussed earlier. Also, in parallel with pedal shipments to backers, we begin selling pedals online.
They're up to 349. Weren't they 199 when they first came out? I can't remember.
We understand that this may upset some
349. That's directly going up against the V3s. Don't ask, just go. Now it's too late. Now it's too late, Heiko.
A couple years ago, I created my sim racing.
Sim Racing Paddock. They also put an update vlog 16. So, firstly, we are excited to see video reviews by their backers. 3 drawbacks that they've addressed. I think that was covered in the thing. Anyway, production of beta wheel samples is still in progress. We experienced some delays in the supply. Sure. Anyway, so there is life. There is updates. I think Sim Racing Paddock has a video coming out today. I actually supplied him a clip, and I think some other sim racing people did as well. Have I ever done a Kickstarter? No. Yeah, to me, the greatest Kickstarter one in the world for me might actually be the biggest success story of kickstarting campaigns. I think about Oculus. And so everybody who gave them a bunch of money for the Oculus, you've got, so, and I guess you got your money's worth to an extent. But if you gave your money to Oculus, and that's how they built that company, and I'm not trying to make I'm not trying to make anybody mad with this. I love my Oculus, by the way. If you bought, it was Kickstarter, is how Oculus launched. So you got their pre-release version, which was crap, right? And then when they did launch, certain people, like I know Chris at CXE got like a really nice Oculus Rift early backer edition with a thank you and a special box and all of that. And then Palmer Luckey went on to sell the company for how many billions of dollars? But anyway, and that's a good scenario where you actually got your Oculus units. No, I'm not a big fan of Kickstarters. So, anyway, Feel VR, they've got signs of life, you guys. Oh, this is cool. NBC Sports with an article here. It's 73. Emerson Fittipaldi enjoying introduction to sim racing. That's pretty cool. You gotta like that. You gotta be an MO fan. Emo. Is the little girls who dress in black, right? Mo is the Fittipaldi. 73 years old, and he's sim racing. Gotta like that. Article at NBC Sports. Joa. All right, what else? What else do we have to talk about here? I got to scroll this slowly or I screw it up. Here's the next one. Oh, see, look, I know I use ad blocker. I don't know why we see girls' bikinis. I do use ad blocker. Allow ads. I don't want to actually allow your ads. What is this? Oh. So here's an article at Autocar. And this article is actually talking about modern cars and how there's no force feedback in the steering wheel. Because, a lot of cars have gone to basically direct drive motors and fly-by-wire steering. And the result is just not the kind of feedback that we've always gotten out of a steering wheel. And this is from high-end to low-end cars. Anyway, it's really interesting because if you read the article, it's like reading and talking about force feedback in Sims, but we're in fact talking about real-life cars now in the same boat that we are and getting the right feel out of the wheel so the driver can still be a driver. All right. Nope, you can't have it either. Ender is hiring. So, despite coronavirus, we are seeking colleagues who are motivated to help us shape the constantly growing sim racing and esport market and the associated functions. Above all, we expect technical expertise paired with creativity, a sense of responsibility, and a willingness to actively advance your own field of work. They're looking for a recruiter, an accounting clerk, apprentices to become office managers, apprentices wanting to become e-commerce agents, and apprentices wanting to become dialogue marketing agents. is apprentice a word for intern? Does that mean we don't pay you? We train you? Wouldn't that be great if an emo had a Twitch channel? That'd be great. I think we already mentioned this last week, but Vettel took delivery of his first sim racing rig. Oh. Yep, we can't look at it. Yep, there you go. Pro golfer did well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, NASCAR driver gets kicked out of iRacing event while wearing a giraffe onesie. Here's D. I'm not gonna say it. We talked about that anyway. I got really hot and I sweat a lot. Said to the camera before letting out an awkward chuckle. He had fun with his DQ after completing 112 laps. NASCAR driver inexplicably decided to don a full animal onesie Sunday afternoon in iRacing Pro Series before getting booted from the event for intentionally ramming into Ryan Preece. He also recorded a bizarre... What's wrong with these guys? No. He also recorded a bizarre video while still wearing the costume. There you go. Matt DeFury. Yes, submit your applications to be a apprentice. I need my coffee filled, please. Vader was an apprentice. Didn't work out too well. Indeed. Underpaid, free labor. Low paid in a government scheme. No, Matt Di Benedetto.
I just finished the race a little bit ago. I figured I would take some time to cool down after the race and then make my video. Smart, huh? The first thing, I was driving the Menards Richmond water heaters Ford Mustang today with Project Apollo, which Ford is doing a really good cause, was on the car as well. So that was neat. Yes, to answer questions, I did run the whole race in my draft onesie. I got really hot and I sweat a lot. So anyways, this one wasn't quite as smooth as some of the others. I was running out.
Yeah, whatever. I'm done with him. You can watch it. Leclerc wins virtual Chinese race, celebrates with pasta, not champagne.
Many Formula One drivers have as a relative.
I know. I don't think that matches our.
A HANS device protects the head and neck in the event of a frontal crash. HANS stands for Head and Neck Support. The helmet is fastened with two elastic straps to a frame. The shell of the driver's helmet is extra protection against projectiles arriving at high speed.
That's like a Fanatic video with Sim Racing Girl.
Provide extra protection against projectiles arriving at high speed. An aerodynamic wing at the rear, but it can withstand.
All right, what else? What else? Sim racing gives Norris the same buzz as real life. You know, you see it from some of the drivers. We've seen some of the reactions crossing the line. You know, racing is racing. That's the one thing I will say. People can talk about realism. People can talk about seat of the pants, G-force, dangers, cost of repairs. They can talk about so many different factors that are different. But the one thing that they really cannot tell me is different is the actual side-by-side, inside-outside racing, the thrill of competition, and the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, right? All right, what else? I think we mentioned this before, but Sim Racing BMW finished top 2 at Nürburgring Nordschleife after 3 hours of racing. Is this again, or is this the same thing? We talked about it a few times now. I think we've talked about this a few times. BMW Esport team shaping up. Invitational starters revealed for the Extreme Short Track Sim Racing Super Modified Showdown next Sunday, April 26th. So that's this coming Sunday. Had triangles to the face of the worst. In an emergency, I left the Hans on and just pulled the whole thing off, to be honest with you. It was not comfortable to do it, though. I had to kind of slip. Anyway, here's the list. Do you guys know these names? I'm not a real round guy. I'm not a real routing guy. AJ Burney, Michael Bruce, Addison Bowman. I mean, the resumes: 2012 Mr. Pathfinder Bank SBS, multi-time Pathfinder Bank, raced in Pathfinder, 6-time International Classic champion. Davey Hamilton Jr., son of Davey Hamilton, former Classic Rookie of the Race. Anyway, some big names in that world. Yes, Tiago, email me. I have 3-month free subscriptions to iRacing. And I will send you a code. Send me an email. Shaun, SHAUN at thesimpit.com. Mine has a clicking mechanism, but it's really difficult to operate. I'll go grab it if you guys want to see how it works. Question is what sim? R-Factor. R-Factor mods such as the newest 2020 Oswego non-winged super modifieds, 2020 winged super modifieds, 2020 sprint cars, template late models, outlaw super late models, NEMA midgets, and tour mods. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Oswego, did I say that right, Hammer? Okay, what else? What else to talk about today? Matias Adelson wins World Rallycross Esport trip. We watched that video. That was the one where he was all excited. We had remember? That was the beginning. Dirtfish talking about it. Remember, you can win a Dirtfish is that rally car driving school up in Washington. You could win that through them. ORD, online race driver, talking about latest race room update focused on fixes. So there was a big update. This was just posted by them yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, the change list, it's worth looking into. So here are the update details. I'm not sure if we... Oswego. Mesa Metal. The easy blanket answer to that question is yes. Now, there are caveats to answering that question. Is R-Factor as good as iRacing? R-Factor can be better than iRacing. The Simpit. Add a the in there, Tiago. When you get the right car and the right track in R-Factor, driving the sim 1-to-1, I'd say R-Factor is actually superior to iRacing when you find that perfect combination. But now, maybe you'd have to be fair and put the perfect combination iRacing, like just the car and track combo that you think works best. But I think that, yes, the difficulty then is how do you race R-Factor on the scale of iRacing? And there's no comparing that. You need to get in a league. Now you're limited to just those league members. So it's a little bit different. But yes, R-Factor is every bit as good as iRacing. It's more difficult to use, though. As we pay. I remember variations of that. Anyway, all right, so race room fixes. So Race Department posted this, and this gets back to what I was talking about with William Marsh. But Race Department. Community question. Your first sim racing wheel. So I want to know from you guys, what was your first sim racing wheel? This that you're looking at is a Thrustmaster T1. And anybody who's been around sim racing as long as I have ran on a T1. Look at those pedals, by the way. That's not a mod. That's not some aftermarket thing, that's not broken. That is the way that those pedals were on the T1 racing wheel. What year was the T1? This had to have been 95. I had one of these. I had a few of these Xbox wheels that I broke. The T1 had to have been in early 90s. I can't remember. So yeah, what was yours? Sidewinder, sure. Driving Force, yep, that was the Driving Force Pro is a great wheel, by the way. Sidewinder, I broke so many Sidewinders. Sidewinder. 92, 93, that's my, yeah, bungee cord. So Brad Morrison, yeah, thank you. So the thing about the T1 racing wheel, inside of this, you had a bungee cord. So on both sides of the base, it was held in place, and then the wheel had a cam on it. So when it pushed up on the bungee cord, that was your resistance. Now, Scott Hughes says the Thomas Super Wheel, TSW, a lot of people call it the TSW. I had a closet full of broken Red Momos and a couple of broken Act Labs wheels, which were the two state-of-the-art force feedback wheels back at that era, late 90s now. And I got sick of it. And I looked at that stack of Momos at about 100, 150 a pop, and the Act Labs was really expensive. It was like $250 at the time, I think. All of those broken wheels added up to like $1,800. I can't remember when I did my math. But at that moment in time, I broke the bank and I spent like $1,200 on the full Momo edition TSW wheel. No force feedback. This was just springs with the best potentiometers on Earth. And resolution through the roof compared to any other wheel you could use. And it was the performance wheel for a good decade. And for 10 years, many of the aliens, many of the fastest in sim racing swore off force feedback. It wasn't actually until the most recent decade that force feedback was an absolute must. Thank you, Tiago. Thank you. Glad I could help. Mad Catz. Yep, Mad Catz wheels. I remember I got a Mad Catz, and I did this with it not even powered on, and it stripped the gears. Oh, the BRD. Of course, David Grunell, the BRD. You know, the BRD wheel looked, but in the end, was the BRD really anything more than a really nicely made G27? Or G25, I should say. The BRD wheel was pretty funny. I kept every one Arudes because I'd strip parts. Anyway, getting back to Thrustmaster and the T1. So everybody who owned one knew how to replace that bungee cord on your own. The other problem with these pedals is the springs would just literally snap. But if you contacted Thrustmaster, they would send you just extra springs. They'd be like, oh, sorry, and they'd immediately send you more springs. They're really good about it. In fact, I recently did throw it away, but I had a bag of those springs still around. I found them in my parts bin. Broken Momos. Oh, yours didn't even have force feedback. Okay. Oh, is it not the BRD? I thought it was a BRD wheel I was thinking of. No, a VPP. That's what I was thinking of. The VPP wheel. VPP. Yeah, cheap wheels don't last long in the real world. Yeah, no doubt. BRD, Ball Racing Development. I've met them a few different times. All right, BSim has an article about the Husingveld Smart Control V1.0. So for you who use SimSprint pedals, this configuration tool could be good for you. You might want to check that out for any of the Husingveld pedal users out there. Momo Force. You put your force feedback. Now check this out. CXE, speaking of CXE, they put a video out showing off their synchro multiplayer system. I'm going to have to ask Chris, like, I guess he's putting this out. I'm not sure. Like, you couldn't buy this from them. I mean, this is what is used in a sim center. Speaking of, I'll name names. I know all these people. So, that's Jochen. That's Andrew. Ooh, who's that? I can't tell. This is their multiplayer interface that we use at trade shows. This is their multiplayer interface that they use in sim centers. That's the shop. That wasn't even the sim center. I always tell you guys that I go to CXE to work. That was Jochen. Jochen's awesome. Jochen, right there. Jochen is one of my teammates on the Porsche 924, by the way, just so you know. That right there is my workstation when I go to work at CXE. That rig in particular, that's my corner. See, that's actually really cool. So when we're at a trade show, you can pick, for each driver, we can actually pick VR or turn it on or off. And then you can give them easy, medium, or pro mode, which will adjust like traction control and ABS and all that stuff. And then you can put it in kid mode, which will reduce the force feedback on the wheel down to like 15%. Yes, they are, Tom. That's Max. That's Jochen's son. Who, when Mike and I went to base 51 and we got our butt kicked by a kid. That was the kid. PS4 Deadman. My answer is gonna shock you. Before I even answer, whenever anyone asks me my favorite wheel, I have to, before I even answer the question, say I am sponsored by SimXperience. I use an Accuforce wheel. I love my Accuforce wheel. It gives me fine detail that I didn't get from other wheels that I've tested, and that is why I can get really good feeling of the rear end movement, lockup, fine detail of extra forces that other ones won't even let you adjust. I can adjust those forces. So, yes, that is my favorite wheel. And it doesn't break the bank compared to other direct drive wheels. So, now, if you want monster force feedback, it's not the strongest direct drive wheel or even close. It's almost like a mini midge in terms of strength. So if you're looking for 30 Newton meters, you're going to need, a Simucube or a Leo Bodner or something like that. Side Madrada. Thank you for following us on Twitch. The smoke wheel. My favorite pedals. My favorite pedals. Funny enough, whenever anyone asks me my favorite pedals, there's reasons why I work with certain companies, by the way. I love my Ricmotech pedals. Now, am I telling you to go buy $1,500 pedals? No. I'm still going to come back and say a set of Fanatic V3 pedals is as good as anyone needs ever. But my Real Gear hydraulic pedals feel really, really awesome. A little bit true. Marco's calling me out. He's saying my favorite gear is whoever pays me the most money. Yes and no. I will not take money from a company that I don't believe in. So, let's say that you built a wheel and you sent it to me and you said, hey, try out our wheel and then we'd like to sponsor you and have you use our wheel. If I wasn't convinced that I couldn't win races on that wheel, then we're not going to make that deal. How's that? I mean, that's for sure. I can give you my honor, my word on that. So. Selling your McLaren wheel and getting V3s. V3s are exceptionally good pedals. I almost don't have a con for V3 pedals, to be honest with you. Joe, plenty of people. I don't think it would be stupid though. Marco, not if I couldn't race that wheel and that it worked every day, every time. No, I'm not gonna have I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna have a wheel that I have to have 3 backup wheels sitting in a closet. I don't have enough space for that. So no, I just, and that's one of the things. I have to believe in your product. I have to use it and believe in it, not just use it. I'm not here for the money. Yeah, exactly, David. That's how David says he scrimped and saved to buy his OSW. It's bulletproof and fantastic. It'll work for 10 years plus. When I bought my Thomas Super Wheel, that was the same thinking. And at the time, I didn't have much money at all when I bought that Thomas Super Wheel. I had to scrimp and save, and I had to justify it to myself. Marco. Cranky. You guys are funny. Money talks, BS walks. Mickey Twist, I don't know. BS walks. Yes, but money doesn't talk. I'm confused. I think I got that backwards. What else? What else today? Oh. Speaking of Vaseline. Speaking of Vaseline, the Racing Formula Wheel. Superb. Look at that beautiful wheel. But where do you buy this switch right here? You guys see this little switch right there? And these fancy, that's just their knob. I could do that. I just need to 3D print a knob and put it there. This one is a little more engineering, but I think I could figure out how to do this. Yeah, this is Is this 6 paddles? That's 6 paddles, you guys. I mean, it's only €1,500. Thingiverse, Cranky. That's where I can find that, Thingiverse. Michael Nunez late to join. Good morning. Hey, Nunez, how you doing? Okay, anyway, all right. Finish the rig. Okay, so I don't know if I have the one. We're going to have to see. We're looking for a rig. I don't know if you're here. I'm going to have to go all the way back to chat. But somebody was looking for us to find their rig. So we're going to do our best. But this is not it. Hey, Grant. Hendo. Finished this up earlier today. 40 by 20 steel. Logitech G29 Recaro seat. Look at that. That reminds me of a rig of yesteryear. With this design. I'm trying to remember who that was. Might even been like the race room rig, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, this custom built rig is posted by Jono, JOHNO-19. Posted that earlier today, 17 hours ago. Again, nice looking rig. This guy's got talent. Look at this workshop, by the way. What's under the cover? Here's another one. This one being posted by Rob Strobel. Still some play seat left in there. Where? Where is the play seat? Well, it's not the seat itself. Well, it looks like it's not the rig itself, except for he's still holding on to that center post design. How weird is that? That would have been my first part to get rid of. He made a new wheel base, pedal base of some sort. Yeah, exactly. He only kept the shitty part, the center post. Unbelievable. Look at this wiring. Look at all these wires. This is crazy. Is this a... Oh! Devin, you always bait me. Yeah, you tricked me. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Dang it. We're almost through the whole show. We're almost there, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I resemble your wife? What? Wait a second. All right, we're back. We're back. You can't find the wires on this rig? You don't see the wires? Oh yeah, this belongs here. Okay, we didn't find the one. Yeah, anyone else working out with me? I did the form on purpose because people, at the end, okay. All right, now we didn't find that one rig, so hold on. Let me do something. Reddit Sim Racing. Oh, or burpees, right? So, here we go. Here we go. Dee. This is posted by Leaning Master 9 hours ago. And the post is titled, Simpit Notice Me Senpai. So here is Senpai's rig. Look at that badass computer setup over here. Oh, wait. This, holy, I almost did it again. This is really cool, you guys. Look at these actuators. This is the control center, power center for the actuators on this really awesome, is that a P1 chassis lifted in the air with super actuators? This is a hell of a setup. This looks like the old setup. The one that got him going on caster wheels. Hell yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, the VR chassis. Oh, this is really... SFX 100. Thank you, Jason. I have not, De Amusante. I don't know why I say your name Italian. Let's see. Is there more to it? The red parts are done on a 3D printer. Okay, so here we go. I finally finished this SFX 100 build with the Thanos AMC controller and just want to see if I could get Shaun Cole from the Simpit to notice my 2 rigs. Yeah, why? Thaw, man, you missed this one. The one with the blue seat is for the PS4, and the red one with the SFX 100, well, so I can start racing on PC as well. The black server box on the left houses the 4 servo motor drives. For PC racing left, he's got a Samsung 49-inch, SimLab P1X, Leo Bodner Sim Steering Ultimate, QSP wheel he bought along with button box and magnetic shifters from Asher Racing a few years ago. Fanatic Formula carbon rim with SRM USB conversion. Fanatic handbrake, Husingveld Ultimate pedals, DSD Race King LED red box. Z1 software on the top. NRG FRP 300 red. Valve Index. Oh, I'm jealous right there too. And then on the console, his setup is a SimLabs Redline Edition, cheap 4K TV, Fanatic PS4 DD1. Nicely done. Anyway, really, really nicely done. A green rig for the Xbox. Well played, Cranky. Check my messages. Okay. Amir. Post another one. Here's my... thank you very much. Oh, Thea Musante's rig. Remember when we first met you, your rig was squeezed into a little corner. Yeah, I believe this is it right there. And it's expanded. So the Challenger cockpit. I like the pink girly button box. And I like your cat. That's a pretty cat. All right. Oh, and now you're on the track racer. Look at that much upgraded rig, yes. I really like the way you did the monitors on the wall. That was pretty clever, by the way. Cranky, no, because I restarted, so I'm at the shotgun right now. Is where I left off. Thank you for that, Amir. Now, Devin Booth. Oh my God, Devin Booth. Is this your official entry? I'm going to add that in just a moment. We're to that point of the show. All right. This is at Auto Week. He built his own iRacing rig in 3 days to compete in the Roush Performance iRacing League. You're killing me, Devin. Anyway. Hold on. Anyway, here's his homemade sim racing rig. Why would you do that to either of us, by the way? Okay, I regroup. Okay. So as I mentioned over the weekend, we had the GT1 challenge. If you want to check it out, if you want to see the race, it didn't go that well. It was good. Actually, it was a good lesson in keeping it together. This is a good lesson in just focusing and doing what you need to do. It was a rough start. Nobody's fault. It was a rough start at the beginning, and I found myself literally in last place and clawed and climbed my way back to a top 10 finish. You can watch on YouTube from my perspective. That was yesterday. In addition to that, our very own Devin Booth also posted from his perspective. So this is his perspective of Monza Race 3. So the previous week's race, because we were at Interlagos. He broke me. They've all gone well for you, Anthony. Speaking of which, so if we look at our GT1 series, wait, I thought I had our standings from the race. There we go. So in yesterday's race, it was Anthony Morano Jr. winning the race over David Grunnell. Chris Generelli coming in third. Morano also sat on the pole and led every lap of the race, by the way. Picked up 3 bonus points for the pole and leading the most laps, in addition to winning points. With that said, though, with points adjusted, David Grunnell is still leading, now leading. So David Grunnell, it was a tie between Grunnell and Randall White, I believe, before the race. After the race, Grunnell has a 5-point edge over Anthony Morano Jr. with Randall White in 3rd place in the GT1 Challenge. With that, just bringing it back to the line, I'm holding on to 5th place, but just barely over Joe Antonio. Andrew Leach in 4th. Might as well just go through the whole top 10 here. Joe Antonio in 6th. David Clymer in 7th. Chris Generelli, who's like top 3 or DNF, in 8th. Randall McGrew in 9th. And Kevin Burrows in 10th. Today's 420, so I told all the guys to go wish Phil a happy birthday. And so everyone said Phil happy birthday message. It's not Phil's birthday, by the way. I just figured today's Phil's birthday. What else? In addition to that, we had the kickoff of our Oval Series at Daytona. Daytona, I don't care if you're in public or in a league. Daytona is Daytona. Anyway, first race of the season, it was a great... I got you, Devin. It was a really good finish to a rough start of the race. Mark Michkowski wins the race. Rob Melnick in 2nd, and Joe Heldinger finished in 3rd. That was at Daytona. So Friday night, this coming Friday, we'll be running race number 2 at Atlanta. If you'd like to run with us, all you have to do is look up the Simpit Oval League season, send an application, we'll get you in there. Same thing with the GT1 series. Even though we're coming up on our 5th race, everyone's welcome to join us. Just do a search for the GT1 Championship Simpit Road Racing Series, and we will get you into that event as well. And in addition to that, over the weekend, I wasn't able to take part this on Sunday, but a lot of our crew members are out there. This is the RR Leagues Online Sim Racing, the Crew Chief Megacorp Porsche Cup. And here's our finishing order with Daniel Manzano in 1st, Stacy Chandler in 2nd. I believe Stacy puts this one on. And Billy Strange finishing in 3rd. Danny Dam, Roger Clark, Devin Booth, Jacob Robotham, Louis Morga, and Aaron Kurtesk in 10th place. They run 2 races in that one, so in the second event, it looks like that's the same image. Weren't there 2? I don't know. I don't know if there are 2. I might have missed something there. Sorry. Oh, and that takes us back to this. Ooh, ouch. So, Gamer Muscle crashed the show last week and derailed the show with a video of some Amish family building houses and making food and said I looked like them. I didn't see the resemblance, but it opened up the topic of just who is it that I look like. So I joked about having a contest for it, and jokingly, I publicly stated that I will give away a Simpit t-shirt, a Simpit mouse pad, and a Simpit sticker to whoever comes up with the best entry. So what I want you people to do, see how I put it a little side-by-side, who I think I look like? That's what I want, a picture of me from the show or any picture off Facebook or whatever, next to who you think I look like. And at the end of the month, we are going to vote on all of the entries. And like I said, I've already gotten about 8 entries. They're still coming in, including Joa Antonio's entry today, which I don't like very much. And then Devin Booth giving us this entry. Oh, how do we... Devin Booth said, Shaun, you look a lot like my wife. Or she looks like you. And there is Devin Booth's entry into the Simpit Who Does Shaun Look Like contest. So I'm going to take entries up until I look like that young chap who hosted Sim Racing Tonight. That's a great one. Yeah, and hey, there are no rules. If you want to cheat and do mock-up work, whatever it takes, it really comes down to the voting, people. So whatever it takes, the side-by-side Who Does Shaun Look Like contest, all you have to do is send a picture of side-by-side, me by anybody, send it to me, Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com. And at the end of the month, I'm going to put them all together. I'll put them out there for everybody to vote, and the winner will get, again, a Simpit t-shirt, mouse pad, and sticker. So, I didn't get a mirrors. Where's the mirrors? No, I did not get a mirrors. Where's the mirrors? Oh, what did you do to his face, Amir? Here is Amir's entry. I'm gonna have some work to do here. I believe that's a Patrick Stewart superimposed over my face. All right, you guys. So that is the fun of today. That's Jesse's. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort out who entered which ones. I missed. Is there another one? Hold on. That is Jesse. Oh my God, Amir. All right, fuck you. I know what I did. I know what I did. That was Jesse. Jesse put the Patrick Stewart one in, and that is Amir's work. Oh, I forgot. What have I done? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. FloCap now following us on Twitter, and Phil Mack donated 55. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. Wow. Thank you so much. I'm shocked. I'm blown away. Did I miss any others? I think we got them all. SRS on AC is giving cash prizes for top 3 in every series. Season starts today. Ooh, that is cool to know. You guys hear that? I don't know. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna have to do a leg show. Now I have to show off the guns. Oh, you question the gams. I don't know. I think my calves are all right. How's that? Yes, Shaun is accepting stimulus checks. We are saving up for a Zwift still. We are still saving up for a Zwift. All right, that is going to do it for today's show. It's been fun, you guys. Always enjoy hanging out with you guys. That is the point of the Pit Stop. It is no longer a news show. It's hanging out. It's hanging out with friends. This is a hangout with our sim racing community. The basis of the show is still always rooted in sim racing and talking about what's going on in the world of sim racing, but we're really here to have fun as much as anything else. Jason Clark, Zwift is a trainer that you put your bike on. There are variations on how to do that. And then you compete against others online. Racing bicycles. And it's got its own esport thing going now with, that being sport also being offline right now. Phil Mack, thank you again. Thank you very much. Very, very appreciated. Anyway, like I said, you guys, it's been a fun show. I had fun. I hope you had fun. And but that is going to do it for this one. I got to move on to some other things. Today is shipping day. I got to do a bunch of shipping, and then I'm trying to get everything assembled so that maybe tomorrow, with the 3D printer being fixed, I was able to print a new faceplate for the wheel that I'm doing. And you can see I put the Simpit logo in it in the center. And the way we have this sorted right now, we're using Derek Spear parts, but it's going to be button, 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 encoder, encoder. So the encoders will turn both ways, and they're a push button. So it's button, 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 button. But these two will twist, and the same thing over here. These two will twist. So I've got this now printed for that, and it's going to be really, really, really awesome. Let's see here. What else? Last comments for me. Thank you, Craig Ricketts. I thought it was a fun show, too. Thank you very much. Click that like. Happy birthday to you. Phil, it's your birthday, right? Happy birthday to you. And that is how we're going to finish it. Get out there. Do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.